Hi everybody, I appreciate you stopping by again. That means a lot to me. I'm starting to get, the channel only really basically went out a little while ago, and I'm getting a few little, you know, subscribers and watchers, and I appreciate it. This is a step 3 in my little methods to how you can get out of body. And so we've done the relaxation video, which you need to do first, then we have the vibrations. So at this point you're basically ready to go to the actual lifting out method, depending on which one it is. But there's one thing before I do one of the videos on how to lift out or you know, actually get out, I think you need to know. And there's four things right now, that because when you get out, stuff like this you don't want to happen, and it'll be clear later as I'm talking. Number one is you've got to get, and I've talked a little bit about these in previous videos, fear. It's a doozer. When you're lifting out, it's scary. Bothered me a lot in the past. When the vibrations come on, it's scary. And I think if I ever had fear, I think a few times when I was just starting it, when I started to lift out, when I was physically starting to lift out, I felt it. I was just get really scared. I don't know. It's such a freak thing, you know, because it's really happening. It's not a dream, or you know, you're actually like awake and you're feeling yourself lift out, and and that threw me back in a number of times, you know, which ended it. So fear is, but then there's also the fear that when you actually get out all the way, you don't know where you're at, you know what you're doing, you're in kind of a foreign country, as I say, and it's just a scary thing. And when I got out, you know, when I got out, I didn't have a lot of, you know, fear. Once I got out, I was really comfortable with it. And you may be the same way, but there's so many people that I've talked to, trained, that they are just terrified. And you know, when they get out, they fight the fear through the, you know, the vibrations and all these things, and lifting out. And they get lift out, and they're standing there, and they don't know where they're at, what they're doing, who's around them. And it's a scary thing. So you have to basically keep in mind, keep fear away from you. Don't let it get in there. I know it's probably going to do it, but this is why most out-of-body, you know, beginners, when they get out of body, they have a few trips. I mean, like, they may have, I've heard a lot of them, a few seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, and they're back. You know, because when you get scared, your brain senses you are getting scared. It knows it, and it doesn't want you to be scared. So it just pulls you right back in immediately. So you don't want to be scared, because that's what's going to happen. You know, it doesn't want you to be scared, have a bad issue or whatever. So hey, we're not going with this. So it pulls you right back. So that's number one. Secondly, it's just, it'll ruin your trip, your out of body trip. But like I said, most of the greenhorns, they come out with you know, 10-second trips, maybe 30 seconds, and stuff like that. So the more you get out, usually the longer you can get out and stay out. So that, but like I said, fear, I don't know, I don't have any big way of telling you how to do it, but you have to work it out yourself. You know, and like I said, and I think it's probably going to be mainly experience. There's greenhorn, as I call them, people that are getting out, and then there's the veterans. Veterans are a lot calmer. They don't have the fear factor. They know what they're getting into. They like the vibes. Everything is fine. But when you're starting out, it's all brand new, and fear is all over the place. So don't. If you only have a little short video, or I mean trip, it's you know, 4 or 5 seconds, or maybe a minute or two. Be happy with that. You got out, and it should get better as time goes on. but do the best you can to work the fear out. Don't think about fear. Don't be fear. Psych yourself out before you have an out of body, anything like that. But whatever it takes for you, you need to get the fear out of the way. The other thing is this: when you first pop out, you don't want, your body does what you want it to do. If you want to fly somewhere, you're going to fly. You want to materialize and go visit your dead mother, you'll go there. If you want to change from your the form you're in, if it's your physical form, or you want to go in the form of a tree, I mean, you can do it. Your body will do anything you want it to do. Now that's something to remember. So if you're sitting there and you're popping out and you're sitting there and you don't know what's going on, and you look back and you see your body, your brain just may pull you right back in. It may think, well, I want to go home, and or something, which is here. So whatever you do when you first get out, if you can get away from your body, don't think about your body, because it happens all the time, and just it happens to me a lot. And the very moment I thought about my body, I was back in, and it blows the whole thing. And could have had a great journey or wherever, and all of a sudden it's over. And it went for days of trying to get out, hours of preparation. So do not think of your body as my ghetto. And I know you're going to do it. We all do. And but don't be discouraged if progress is kind of slow for most people. And so, like I said, and if you another good way to do it, when you pop out, if you pop out in your bedroom where you're next to your physical body, get into the living room, or tell yourself to go to another realm or something, which I'll get into later. But go in your kitchen or outside. You go through the wall, the doors. It really doesn't matter. But get out and away from the body that way, because once you think about your body, you're going to probably 90% of the time, especially for new people, you're going to get thrown back in. Now there's another, which is I've heard thousands of stories about people having they walk out and they're not seeing clearly. Their thoughts are kind of scrambled, foggy. Hearing is not too good, or they may even, like my buddy Dennis. He got out and he had he was in his house, and he was walking through the house, and his living room was like a bar, people in it dancing, jukebox. Furniture was gone. Half the furniture was gone. The other half was his, and it was So you have weird experiences like this. So the best way, and this is especially good for if you're not seeing properly, you may be a little blurry or something like that. And this is a thing that William Buhlman spoke of in his first book, and I give him the credit, and it's a winner. The guy's a genius, and I have gained so much respect for him, and he has given me so much knowledge that I just can't give the man enough credit. But anyway, son, he used to call it, since your body does everything you want it to do, say clarity now. And this, you could use any word you want. But if, say, you're not seeing that good, it's a little blurry vision or something like that, or you have foggy brain, say clarity now, or make up, like I said, any word you want. And usually, in just a second or two, you'll start seeing clearly. Or if you have you can say clear vision. I want clear vision. I want clear vision. You make a demand. You're telling your body what you want your body to do, and it should follow suit. So if you're not hearing good, clarity now, because you're thinking, when you're saying that, you're thinking in your mind what you want. You may not say clarity in vision or clarity in hearing or my environment or whatever, but the brain knows. But if it makes you feel better, you feel a little stronger doing it, say clarity now, or sight clarity, or better vision, or better hearing, or something like that. And also, what it's been done, does happen all the time, But if you're in a weird environment, like you're going through your house, like my buddy Dennis had, where it's there's a bar there. I mean, like you're in a bar and there's a bartender and what this guy do? Clarity now, or proper or whatever the word you want to do, but demand things to go back to the way they should be. But you don't want to pop out into your body though. You want to make it so. I know I'm not being a little too helpful there, but at least if you decide, if you have a weird situation where you're at somewhere, or if you're out in some blank space somewhere, and you can tell your body where you want to go, and it'll go. You want to go to your parents' house, or mom's house, or whatever, you'll go. So just keep in mind that, and like I said, when you say out of body, or when you say, clarity now, and it's for your environment, like hey, there's a bar in my living room and it doesn't belong there, or this chair doesn't belong there. I never seen this chair before, and you don't feel comfortable there. You want to go into your regular environment, kind of a thing. You can say clarity now, or in your mind will probably know what you're talking about. If not, like I said, state what you want as a command, and your body should do it. And there's one more thing that's very important. This is a big deal. Since your mind does, or your body, or your spiritual body does anything you want it to do. If you say you pop out, and you're scared, their fear's kicking in, and you're thinking, gee, man, I hope there's going to be no demons or something around here, which I never seen one. But all of a sudden, you're going to see a demon. I hope, looking down the hallway, and you're scared. I hope there's not someone that's going to harm me coming. And all of a sudden, there'll be some guy walking down, because you've created that object. If you say, man, geez, I hope there's not a bear going to be in here attacking me, all of a sudden the bear is going to appear, and it's going to be real, and it's going to come up, and you're going to smell its breath and hear its growling, and it's going to be coming at you, and it'll rip you off, you'll rip your leg off, or whatever it's going to do, and you'll feel it and everything. So this is very important, that you keep your mind straight. Don't think about bad things, and this, like I said, this is where the fear comes back in. You got to master this fear situation, but you'll think about things like this automatically without even knowing it, because of fear. So you don't want to think about anything negative. Think positive. Think good thoughts. So I'm out. I got out. Boy, where can I do? Where can I go? Who can I go see? What realm can I go see? My higher self. I can do anything I want to do. And think positive. Don't think about your body. Don't think about fear. Don't think about anything negative as far as an object or a person or a being. Stay focused. If you see somebody, which you'll see somebody, maybe your guide or something, or you'll see somebody, there's other people out there, and you'll see somebody standing beside your room. Don't think, oh man, who's going to get me? He's going to get me, or I don't know if he's good or bad, or because when you're doing that, you're going to get thrown back. Or if you don't, like I said, I hope this guy doesn't stab me. He's going to go stab you, and you're going to feel it. So this is something, the 4 things that I think are mandatory, that before you actually have your first full-blown out-of-body experience, you need to make sure you're ready for. You need to prepare. Mentally is all you can do, but you got to prepare the best you can, and you are generally going to fail a few times. It's standard that we all do. So don't give up, or don't get so many people I taught have been frightened and had bad, any of these situations happen, and they were so afraid they didn't want to do it again. And I've had a lot of them say that. They just, man, was scary people all around, and so. But anyway, closing up now. But just keep a remembrance of the things I just said. Maybe make notes, read them, do the best you can to memorize them. And even though when you first get out, you're not going to be thinking about a lot of this stuff. You think you will, but you won't. So try and embed it in your brain as best you can so that you can have your first trip's going to be a good one, maybe a long one, and this will be a fun one. Keep out of body is fun, but before you can have the fun part, you got to get through the negative stuff, get it handled, and then it's fantastic. So anyway, that's what the next steps. We're going to start getting into the actual techniques to getting out. So, but I wanted to make sure you get this. It's very important you do this. Very, very important. Thanks a lot. If you want to subscribe or like, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.